To be completely honest with you, trying to figure out who to spend your red coins on is pretty difficult right now because of all of the value that is currently present in this shop. So in today's quick video, I'm going to break down every single thing you should consider before you decide to spend your red coins. But for today's really quick subscriber challenge, before we hop into it, I need you to be honest with me, please. As you can see, I have some Steins Gate inspired art to the left and right of my gameplay here. If you have not watched a single episode of Steins Gate, you got caught lacking today and you got to subscribe to the channel. I'm only doing that because I'm trying to put you on to a really good anime. Please do not sleep on that. But if you have watched at least one episode, you have at least given it a try, you can skip today's subscriber challenge. I appreciate you, and I will catch you lacking in the next one. Stay tuned for that. Let's hop straight into this video. So there's two things I want to mention really quick before we go into this list. First things first, when you spend 500 red coins, what you're really spending is 2,500 Dragon Stones. Put that into your head before you decide to make a really silly purchase with your red coins, all right? Because 500 red coins is the equivalent of spending 2,500 Dragon Stones. So ask yourself, would I spend 2,500 Dragon Stones for Majin Vegeta? You know, it gets, I mean, again, I'll talk about that in a second, but it gets a little tricky when you think of it like that. I think it's good to put that into perspective. Similarly, I mean, I guess Vegeta costs 400, but even so, 400 red coins is still 2,000 Dragon Stones. I don't think there's any person on this planet who would spend 2,000 Dragon Stones for a copy of this tech Vegeta unless you are the biggest Majin Vegeta simp. That is the first thing I want to mention. But the second thing that kind of contradicts that, but you guys will understand, the second thing I want to talk about is it's always better to pick up new copies of units rather than dupes of other units. So let's say you have everyone on this list except for, again, Majin Vegeta. I don't think he's the greatest unit of all time, but buffing up all of these teams here is a lot better for your box than picking up a dupe of another unit, especially a dupe to Rainbow, because I'm telling you right now, the first two dupes of any unit are the most important dupes. That's why I went for at least 79% on my LRs, because the first two dupes give you all the additionals and crits. Every dupe after that is literally just for show. The Rainbow is just for that nice shiny, you know, it doesn't really do too much for the unit. So the first two dupes, of course, are the most important, but if you don't have a single unit on this list, picking them up and buffing all the teams they're on, let's say this full power Frieza, for example, is going to be so much more beneficial to you than picking up a dupe of another unit. So please keep that in mind. Now let's go through what I consider to be the order of priority, or what should be the order of priority for you to pick up when it comes to these red coins. First things first, being the Easy Aid LRs during this anniversary. During part 3 of this anniversary, we will see the Easy 8 for Vegeta, Gogeta and Vegito, okay? In the part 4, or the EX part, we will see the Easy A's for Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. These four become a lot better after their Easy A's, and they work wonders on the teams that they are on. So I'm telling you right now, if you have the gods, you want to run that Movie Heroes team, you might want to pick up a copy of Gogeta if you don't have him, right? Let's say you have this Vegito. Honestly, I would say he's 100% worth picking up. On top of that, the Super Saiyan 4s, if you have the gods, run that Beyond, sorry, not Beyond Super Saiyan team. I mean, I guess they are on Beyond Super Saiyan as well, but talking about GT heroes, right? You can definitely get away with running these two on the team. This Goku works well with the Super Saiyan 4s. These guys are units, these units are ones you should definitely prioritize because they get Easy A's during this anniversary. They get a lot better and look a lot better than some of these other LRs and units on this list. So please, I would say prioritize them first. But let's say you already have a single copy, or at least one copy of each of these units. Then we scroll up to the top. Goku, I'm going to compare each unit to the one that they released with, so Goku and Frieza here. I would say personally, if you don't have either of these, I would say personally, again, go with full power Frieza. When it comes to this unit, not only is he on, I think he's on more teams, right? Actually, no, Goku's on more teams, so that's fair. That's a fair point for Goku, but you're going to see Frieza be more dominant in this game more often because he gets buffs when he's facing super class enemies and Goku's, and there's so many more super class enemies and Goku enemies in the game than there are Frieza or extreme class enemies, which is what Goku is effective against. So if you want to see a unit be at their strongest most of the time, and if you had the Dildo third form Frieza, he works great along this guy. I think you should definitely pick this guy up. But again, Namegoku's no slouch. I know he's getting a lot of hate recently, but he's definitely not a bad unit. Just please keep that in mind. But I would recommend picking Full Power Frieza over probably any LR on this list, especially if you do already have a copy of all the EZ8 LRs for the anniversary. Then we have UI Goku, Evolution Blue Vegeta. Honestly, I mean, people still suck off this guy. I get it. You do what you got to do. If you don't have a copy of him, I guess it's really worth to pick him up. He's not a bad unit whatsoever. I'm not going to sit here and... You guys already know how I feel about UI Goku. Evolution Blue Vegeta, I feel like this guy has... He's aged tremendously. Again, if you don't have him, it's definitely worth at least getting one copy. But if you already have him, please just leave this guy alone. When it comes to Buhan, I mean, you know, Buhan, Butanks, whatever you want to call him, he's also... Every single unit here is good. But it's not worth the purchase over, I think, these two. Or I think the anniversary EZ8 LRs. I will also mention, though, keep in mind that these GT boys work really well in the third slot, giving orbs to the gods as well. Because these guys are actually on Beyond Super Saiyan. If I actually go ahead and show you this, they do have the Beyond Super Saiyan category, so they do fit on the gods team, but they also are on GT Heroes and Kamehameha, especially for Goku, so he does work on the GT Heroes team. So again, these guys can definitely work really, really well alongside the gods, or even in the third slot, helping give them orbs to help them get that 20 key super, or sorry, 20 key additional super. So keep that in mind. If you don't have any of these guys and you want to run a really cohesive team for the gods, these two would definitely be a great pick. Under no circumstances would I recommend picking up Goku or Vegeta unless, again, you don't have a single copy of them. But even at that point, it's really just up to you. Anyways, I recommend, again, picking up any of these any of the EZ8 LRs or Full Power Frieza or Namegoku if you don't have them. If you have all those units, I recommend picking up probably UI Goku. If you already have him and Vegeta, I'd probably recommend going for STR Vegito. Also, keep in mind that if you have STR Kid Buu and you love running STR Kid Buu, this is a great unit for you to pick up right here. Once this guy fuses or transforms or absorbs Ultimate Gohan, he does pick up big bad bosses. And when he does that, he's going to work a lot better with STR Kid Buu, because unfortunately he does not have big bosses before he absorbs. So I know it is what it is. His link says still not bad with STR Kid Buu, but big bad boss is what's going to make the difference between or having STR Kid Buu on rotation with this behemoth right here. So also keep that in mind again. And then also look, again, there's a lot of things to keep in mind here. It's definitely a hard shop to pick with when it comes to these 5-year LRs. I want to mention that they can get EZAs during the 8th year anniversary. When you consider that, they might be a good purchase if you don't again, I already mentioned if you don't have them, pick them up, but they could be, you know, they could be really interesting. Honestly, they might be on the 8th anniversary banners anyways, so you could possibly get them then. But just keep that in mind, that these guys could be coming up in EZAs very, very soon. We are already halfway into the month, which means we are 6 months away from JP's anniversary. 6 months away from potentially EZAs for both of these guys right here. So it's going to be very, very hype. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Hopefully this video was of some help towards you. Please prioritize these these 4 chads right here for the EZAs if you already have them. Full Power Frieza, UI Goku, STR Vegito, and then maybe these two if you want to make the gods and Super Saiyan 4s look a lot better. Hopefully, again, this video was of some help. Please go make sure you have a great rest of your day or night, whatever time it is for you. I made sure to repeat myself over and over again in this video. That way I can avoid any questions you might have. But if you still have any questions, just let me know in the comment section below. I'll be more than happy to help you out, and I will see you in the next one. Take care and peace.